Yeah, so YouTube wouldn't let me record until my heart felt content, until I felt like I had downloaded all the rage and frustration and disappointment and anxiety. So I have to make a part two. Right, so I was talking about the thing that made them all laugh because at one point he tried to intimidate me, and I'm like, do you think I'm intimidated by you because I'm a woman and you're a man? Please, we basically have the same body size, and if you ever attacked me like you're promising to do, like, it wouldn't be as easy as you think, right? And then the police officer, the kind one, was saying, well, of course you would be scared. I can, like kind of, were you scared? Like, is that why you called us, kind of vibes? And I'm like, yes. Aren't you seeing? Look at him. He's a man and I'm a woman, and he's trying to attack me. And he's like this big intimidating man. I'm only just a girl. So then this guy's like, you hear her? You hear her? Wasn't she saying whatever before? I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Both things can be true. I'm not going to be intimidated by you, but also you tried to intimidate me. And that's why I called the police. You trying to do something and not being successful doesn't mean you didn't try. You did try. So, Lord, my life. So anyway, the last thing I said to the police before I drove off, I forgot to mention, was because he was following me before, and he tried to see my license when the police took my license. I'm like, if you ever let him see my license. So the police is like, oh, he's not going to let him see it, yada, yada, yada. So I said to the police, I called you guys and you guys failed to offer me any kind of comfort in terms of protection. And this guy has followed me before. And if I were to see this guy anywhere near my house or around my car or around me or coming towards me, I will have no choice but to defend myself to make sure that I don't come to harm, because he clearly means me harm. And the kind police officer said, if you have to defend yourself, you have to defend yourself. And the other police officer says, no, that won't happen. He won't do anything. And I'm like, he seriously sounds like he's your friend, which really upsets him. But like, he speaks with such confidence about this guy. I'm have to wonder, are they like really good friends? Because he speaks with real confidence about this guy. He keeps, throughout the entire interaction, he kept saying like, no, he wouldn't do that. No, he didn't intend on that. No, that's not what he was doing. No, that didn't happen. And I'm like, in front of you, this guy is promising to kill me, to slap me in the face. Listen, I don't like to make broad statements. Oh, what the hell? I do make broad statements, but I don't like to make broad statements. But never have I had a wholly positive interaction with the Japanese police. It's sad. It's really sad. I mean, they're good officers that come, but generally the tone is always like, what did you do to cause that? I remember when my purse was stolen and the police almost accused me of not having had my purse with me. Like, oh, you just came to the supermarket and shopped, but you didn't have your purse. Like, so it's, I'm a little, I know this video is like very rambling, and you know what I need to do? I need to post when really awesome positive things happen to me, because so many awesome, positive, wonderful experiences have been had here in Japan. But I feel so emotional right now because so many really horrible experiences have happened here too. Like first time, lifetime experiences that are really horrible have happened here. And I usually blog about those because it's a way that I what is it, vlog. I usually vlog about those because it's a way that I help myself to de-stress and to process what has happened and to warn others so that things like this don't happen to them, or that they won't be as surprised if it does happen, and they'll be more prepared to do something, or know what steps to take. But from this experience, I don't know what I could share as a positive experience, because I think the most disappointing thing for me is that I felt I was doing the right thing. Somebody was attacking me, and I could have, I'm not tooting my own horns, I could have wiped his face with the ground. Like, my first instincts is not to be violent, but my base instincts are really savage. And I know this. And because I know this, I am the first person to try to taper them. So while my instincts was get out of the car, drag this guy out, and just throw him in the freaking ditch and help him swim with the turtles, that was my first instinct when he was threatening to kill me. Not when everything happened, because initially it was just, this stupid driver. Anyways, let me go about my business. But when he was blocking my car and threatening me harm, I was like, what the hell is this guy? And then as I drove off and he started to follow me, I'm like, this guy's being serious. And I said, you know what? Instead of getting out of my car and confronting him, and I know I would cause him physical harm, let me do what is right, what I thought was the right thing to do. They say follow the steps, follow the processes, because that's the first thing they tell you to do. Why didn't you do what you were supposed to do? Stay in your car, call the cops. But that's what I did, though. I stayed in the car, I called the cops, and the cops came and treated me like a criminal and treated him like a baby whose candy was stolen by the big bad foreigner. If you ever saw the way they were gently coercing him into, stop threatening this woman, just like, literally, the lady said, one of the cops said, "Only guy," like 60 million times. And I'm like, "Only guy? Are you serious?" Anyways, I've had great experiences in Japan, just to say. I have. I'm still here, so obviously I have. Or I'm used to torture, one of the two. I'm still here. I've had great experiences here. They're really wonderful Japanese people here. They're helpful, they're kind, they're gentle people who look at you in their country and they're like, "Oh my God, what made you want to come to Japan? What made you want to choose my country? I'm so happy to see you here. Jamaica is so far away. It makes me feel so proud that there was something in Japan that appealed to you. Oh my God, you've been here 7 years. That is amazing. I'm so happy that you found something here that made you want to stay." There are those Japanese people. I promise you, there are people that make you go, like, seriously. As I was feeling so upset this evening, like really upset, my sister and I were driving and we saw just the cutest moments on the road. Just two old people color coordinated in their khaki and white, just walking down the road, holding hands, just going for an evening stroll. Really cute, nice people. And you look at them and you're like, oh, that is so cute. And as we went around the corner, we saw a young couple. One of the ladies pregnant and her husband is walking with her. And he's like really being gentle with her and whatever. And I was just like, you know what? These young people don't know how to do it. They don't know how to be romantic, because, that older man, he was holding his woman's hand, making sure she's safe. And this one, he was walking with her. He was clearly protecting her, but, hold her hand. It's cute. Anyway. And as I'm having this experience, even today, I've had people, offer to help me and be there. And I told you, one of the cops was really kind and, not even just kind to me, he was even kind while he was speaking to the guy as well. So it's not like he was just being kind to me, right? He was even kind while he was speaking to the guy. He's like, I know you're upset, but you being upset, she's also upset. You both being upset, nothing is going to be solved. You know, he was really kind and rational and helpful. And he added value to the interaction, and I felt way better speaking with him. But it was really disheartening. He was in the second batch of police, I think, or the first batch. No, I'm not even sure when he came. I think he was in the first batch. No, he was in the first batch. Okay, yeah, he was the one that went and spoke to the guy first and then came and heard my story. Yeah. But he was really kind and he was really helpful. But it really was disheartening that he couldn't override the other 4 officers. He just did what he could. And yeah, that bad situation was made maybe 10%, 15% less bad because of him and because of the way he handled things. And I'm really grateful for that. It made me feel, I'm not even gonna lie, I front and I go, but I know that in Japan you can be arrested when you did nothing wrong. You can be held for 72 hours without a charge. You can be held without questioning, without anything. You can be held without a phone call, without a lawyer. You do not get to choose a lawyer. A lawyer is given to you, and the lawyer, in my estimation, works on behalf of the state. I do not want to be arrested here in Japan. So that interaction was not fun for me. Even me being angry was just me being so frustrated and angry, and I couldn't pull myself out of it further than to not physically hit that guy. But in terms of not responding to him, I couldn't pull myself that far back. But even in that interaction, I was very much conscious and very much aware that I could come out of this really, really bad. I was terrified. I was terrified. I was terrified in that moment. But, you know, anyways. This video took so many tangents. Like all the people who subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry, yeah? Sigh.